there, cowboy.
Hey there, cowboys. Curses and madness be upon you all. I am Euclidean Vision, the emotional support, back with part 3 of a set of videos that was originally meant to be one video, but it obviously warranted this much discussion. Discussing Mimic Echo's alt fire, Echo Tech, and the abilities that it can steal and copy from enemies and allies alike. We're finally at the supports, and as Mimic Echo is an off support, I would really like her to be able to have slightly more reliable healing than she does at present, because she basically has none to compensate for her shield and damage resistance auras. And so, we'll hop back into the training room, where we will swap to the first of the supports, Anna. And originally, my intention was for Sleep Dart to be copied from allies, and Bionade to be taken from enemies, because it's theoretically more powerful. However, if the balance philosophy you'd like to use with Mimic Echo is that as an off support, she should have the ability to have reliable healing more easily through her Echo Tech ability, then I'd say that actually copying from allies would give you Bionade. That then makes Ally Anna incredibly powerful with Mimic Echo, which could be enough of a reason for Bionade to actually be the ability that you have to steal, compared to maybe some of the other supports we'll cover. Baptiste. Nice and easy as he's got two quite distinct abilities. We don't have to play with his primary fires in any way, really, I think. Copy from an ally gives you the regenerative burst. Steal from an enemy gives you the immortality field. You could obviously play with things like his jump in ways, or you could maybe sort of replicate his healing projectile. Echo has her own of a fashion, so I think that's quite nice to stick there, just to his core abilities. Oh, I heard they'd added this UI. That's cool, I like that. Yes, nice. With Brigitta, Ally Brigitta could be actually pretty good to have 3 charges of armor pack on, ones that maybe don't replenish. And then that would be Echo Tech back on cooldown for however long it takes these 3 charges to come back. Or you maybe have it that as long as you can feather your charges well enough, as long as you always keep 1 charge, you can keep it indefinitely. It's more reliable, but it's got slightly lower output. There I would have lost it. But then you can obviously play with copying the shield until it either breaks, or I think probably just till it breaks. It's low enough with Brigitta that you could just break it. And yeah, as we want, but again, as she's got some quite clear abilities, and we're maybe trying to steer clear of barriers unless we're playing with tanks, quite a nice simple ability for her to give her the whip shot. So yeah, I think copy armor pack from allies to make you more of a reliable healer, leave Brigitta with her shield to make her that bit more distinct as a healer, especially as she needs the melee range, which Mimic Echo does not. And yeah, a ranged boop that you steal from enemies, I think that's relatively fair. Makes Brigitta again a bit more reliable as an ally support to Mimic Echo. Lucio gets a little difficult, because I think if you play with stealing any more auras, because Mimic Echo already has 2 of her own, you're kind of asking for a little bit of trouble. So you could play with stealing the wall ride for a period of time, especially if copying from an ally. But then again, you could also have the boop, nice and simple, really short cooldown. Doesn't give her any healing. Means Lucio isn't as reliable as ally healer to an Echo. But I think if you're stealing from an enemy, I think we could go to this. I think this will make it actually worth it. To give you the beneficial effects of Amp It Up only. So the, say, 30 extra healing per second he gets during Amp It Up, or the extra 40% speed he gets at this point when he's in speed boost. And you could maybe assign the healing aura to Mimic Echo's shield generator aura, and the speed to the damage resistance aura maybe. Or you could have both effects, the extra 40% speed and the extra 30 healing per second, but just those emit within your auras at the same time. That would be pretty powerful. Not as obviously powerful as a Lucio doing either one or t'other at once, but it gives you a nice burst of both healing and speed, which could be relatively interesting, especially if she's already an aura-based character. I think that'd be pretty cool to do, and then have a pretty long cooldown, so it's pretty fair in its application then, I think. Mercy. Again, yeah, relatively simple, because it's pretty obvious what the one you should steal is. Like, you're stealing res. That's got to be the idea. And Guardian Angel is a really nice, cheeky ability to be able to, say, steal quickly with that channel. Guardian Angel, 2 seconds, steal quickly with the channel. Guardian Angel. It's not too bad. It at least makes Mimic Echo far more mobile than she would have been. But you could also maybe add something whereby, as you Guardian Angel to an ally, they get a Mercy Beam of 50 HP per second attached to them. So, for the duration, so maybe the further away you are, the more beneficial it is. That would at least give something extra to what you can copy from an ally Mercy. And it would also just make you more reliable of a healer. But then that is playing with primary fires and stuff that, yeah, that hasn't really been done. So, probably not. Best with Mercy at least. Copy Guardian Angel, steal res. And, yeah, I'm actually going to put Team Utility over everything here with Moira, and no, I'm not. There's too many options. Even though I want to make her a reliable support. Sadly, I think with Moira it should be, because the orb has options for healing or damage, I think it's one that you should steal. Because it's a healing option, I would rather to make it reliable to get, so that Mimic Echo can keep up and always have some heals. But as it has either application, they might not use it for that. Double Moira orb would be insanely frustrating. So I think, yeah, you're going to have to steal the Moira orb, and copying from an ally gives you Fade, personal survivability and mobility. And yeah, then the more team utility application, the distance heal or damage. Yeah, that's one you're going to have to steal, I think. I thought you were going to actually be pretty fair then, Moira, but no, that's not how that's going to work. But Zenyatta, I really do think Harmony Orb should be one you copy from allies, and Discord Orb is one you steal from enemies. How you'd then really work it, whether if you leave line of sight and you then lose the Harmony Orb, then Echo Tech doesn't go on cooldown. Well, it goes, yeah, it doesn't go on cooldown. You'll have it back immediately, but you'd have to say copy from your ally Zenyatta again before you then put another Harmony Orb out. So then it's more about balancing your line of sight, and means Mimic Echo can pair relatively well with a Zenyatta. They're below sort of like standard healing, but you'd be able to have two reliable Harmony Orbs out there, theoretically, and it'd be quite easy to replenish your Harmony Orb if you lose yours. You'd be able to switch back and forth, not losing the cooldown, not going back to Echo Tech. But then if you do, it's simply a quick copy. That's not too bad. And then it makes both abilities more reliable. And then yeah, copying from an ally Zenyatta from an enemy Zenyatta, even stealing from an enemy Zenyatta, that's an enemy Zenyatta over there, I'm pretending, then would give you access to Discord Orb, which, again, if you lose line of sight, you haven't got Discord Orb anymore, and Echo Tech itself is immediately available. I reckon that's a really sensible way to do that. So, hopefully that's made it a bit clearer, even though I haven't given many definitive answers, as to what I think you should do with Mimic Echo in order to make her a viable hero. The Echo Tech ability obviously has way too many interactions, and it's probably way too complex to ultimately add into the game. But it's fun, right? Like, I think it's a really cool idea, and it makes Mimic Echo so adaptable in that, as we approach with Junkrat, you can make her super damage heavy. As you approach with some of the tanks, you can really make her bring back triple tank, but just have no healing, which might actually be a fair way to reinvigorate that in a way. Not sure. I think there's really good options there for making some of the off healers more reliable in seeing their output essentially doubled in ways. So yeah, I think it's a really cool ability, but yeah, I don't think we're ever going to see it in game, are we? This is a fun experiment. So, thanks for staying with me all this time if you have. I've been Euclidean Vision, the emotional support. You've been watching the compendium of Mimic Echo videos. I thank you hugely again for your time, and hopefully I'll see you again in the next concept, Wing Mother Echo, the Guardian Angel, which will just be one damn video. Take care of yourselves, teammates, and may the glorious light of Best Girl shine within you. Peace.